Around the world, governments are regulating cryptocurrency. And most recently, in the United States, the Senate has passed the Genius Stablecoin Act. This creates clear regulation for stablecoins. And on today's video, we're going to discuss crypto regulation in the United States and how Algorand is positioning itself. Before we begin, check out this clip from Chairman Jerome Powell of the Federal Reserve.
Banks get to decide who their customers are. That's not our decision. And so banks are free to provide banking services to the crypto industry, to crypto companies. And banks are also free to conduct crypto activities as long as they do so in a way that is, protective of safety and soundness.
You heard him. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell says banks are free to conduct crypto activities. This is a bold and positive statement coming from the Federal Reserve and is letting us all know that crypto is officially gone mainstream in the United States. Let's focus on the Genius Act, or Guiding and Establishing National Innovation for U.S. Stablecoins Act. It is a bill that was just passed in the U.S. Senate. It establishes a federal regulatory framework for stablecoins, digital assets pegged to a fixed value like the U.S. dollar. Now, there are two main stablecoins in the industry right now. One is USDT from Tether and also USDC from Circle. Now, let's dive in a little bit deeper. At its core, the Genius Act is a consumer protection bill. It protects the consumers who will be using stablecoins. And there's a few main points we're going to discuss. So number one, 100% of reserve backing with US dollars and short-term treasuries are a requirement. And number two, monthly public disclosures of reserves composition. And then number three, annual audited financial statements for issuers with more than 50 billion in market capitalization. So we have the consumer protections wrapped up into one-to-one backing of reserves. That's 100%. Then you have monthly disclosures and then annual audits to make sure that the stablecoin industry is thriving and working properly in the United States. In order for a blockchain to work successfully, it has to be scalable. And this is where Algorand fits in very well for stablecoin payment infrastructure. So Algorand is an energy efficient, quantum secure, single layer blockchain with instant finality, consistently high throughput, and low fees. How Algorand enables solutions at scale? Well, 10,000 transactions per second, instant finality, pure proof of stake, that's a block by block agreement, ensuring data integrity, and then you have programming languages and tools that developers know, and a drive to decentralization. All of this here puts Algorand in position with the United States in the Genius Stablecoin Act. Now let's get to an example. Pera has a new innovation out into the market. It's the Pera card. So it says, unleash the power of decentralized spending. Join the future of finance where you call the shots with the Pera card. Experience trustless transactions and cut out the middleman. No banks, exchanges, yearly or sign-up fees necessary. That is very positive for Algorand and for Pera wallet stablecoin usage. The beta started on May 15th. Currently, it is available in a few different countries. So we have the United Kingdom, Germany, Italy, New Zealand, and Spain, with more countries to come in the future. So it says, spend your Pera card anywhere, MasterCard is accepted. So now Pera has partnered with Immersive, which partners with MasterCard. And this is how it works. Number one, connect your Pera account. Number two, finish KYC to activate your Pera card. Number three, deposit USDC to your Pera card. And number four, add your Pera card to Apple Wallet or Google Pay. And number five, spend your money anywhere. And this is where Algorand ties in perfectly. It's already spending USDC via the Pera card. It's all digital. The digital dollar is being moved, and this ties in perfectly to the Genius Act. Clear regulation, Algorand being in the proper position. Let's talk about how Algorand is positioning itself in the United States from a legal standpoint. So here's the post. Jenny Levin joins the Algorand Foundation as Chief Legal and Operations Officer. She will lead legal and policy initiatives to ensure Algorand plays a constructive role in shaping the future of blockchain regulation. Jenny has put out a nice thread that talks about stablecoins in the Genius Act. Let's go through it. One federal rule book over 50 state regimes. Issuers can now serve U.S. users without a maze of money transmitter licenses. Algorand's ASA tokens already ship native freeze, clawback, and default frozen flags. Exactly the compliance knobs the bill demands. Very true. Reserve addresses plus on-chain supply visibility match the Act's one-to-one backing and audit requirements. No extra code needed. Then she says Algorand's carbon neutral POS, that's the proof of stake, hits the ESG checkbox for institutions eyeing regulated digital dollars. Then she talks about what's already on Algorand. Lofty AI tokenizes real estate with USDCA, that's USDC Algorand. Folks Finance lends and borrows USDCA. Tinyman trades Algo in USDC. Alpha Arcade settles bets in USDCA. And as we just mentioned, Paracard adds tap to pay. Very positive. And then the translation here is builders, banks, and fintech now have a clearer runway to launch compliant USD stablecoins on Algorand. Let's build. Jenny is a part of the Digital Economy Initiative. This is another step towards bringing the Algorand Foundation to Washington and helping shape the future of crypto regulation. Now, this is a growth innovation organization. So an independent think tank dedicated to promoting effective public policy for cryptocurrencies and other digital economy applications. They say, we consider financial stability and an investor and consumer protection while promoting economic growth and innovation. Jenny is a part of the team. She's a part of the advisory council, and she's listed right here. And you can see her page is Jenny Levin is the Chief Legal and Operating Officer at Algorand Foundation. And then it lists her previous jobs at Figment, at DraftKings, and at New Ventures there, and then her education as well as some of her teaching experience. The next big announcement comes from the Algorand Foundation in regards to legal. We're happy to announce that the Algorand Foundation has joined the Blockchain Association, a group that plays an essential role in advancing crypto policy in Washington and beyond. Our CLO, Jenny Levin, will be working closely with the Blockchain Association on policy engagement and advocacy efforts. Let's dive deep into the Blockchain Association. We are the leading nonprofit organization dedicated to promoting a pro-innovation policy environment for the digital asset economy. We work with our members to educate policymakers about blockchain technology and its ability to pave the way for a more secure, competitive, and consumer-friendly digital marketplace. Then they go into the mission and what's important here. Why do we exist? Because a new digital world demands representation, guidance, and community. Whom do we serve? The leaders of the industry advancing a more open and democratic digital future for all. That's definitely the Algorand Foundation. What's our vision? A decentralized world. What's our mission? Advance the future of crypto in the United States by promoting the potential of blockchain technology and shaping policy that ensures its success. The Blockchain Association has listed out their 2025 working groups. Let's dive in. Blockchain Association maintains a number of sector-based and professional qualification-based working groups for members of the Blockchain Association. As the industry seeks to be more involved in the conversation in Washington, Blockchain Association is spearheading the efforts. Now, here's a list of some of the working groups. You got centralized exchanges, decentralized finance, decentralized physical infrastructure networks, institutional investment funds, self-custody, stablecoins. We already seen great regulation with the Genius Act with that, compliance, security, and the list goes on. This is very good to see that the Algorand Foundation is involved with the Blockchain Association. To close this out, we have already got another announcement in the United States. 2 Republican senators introduced principles for a bill meant to provide a legal framework for digital assets. This legislation would define when crypto will be overseen by the SEC rather than the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. It's official. Crypto regulation in the United States is moving toward a clear legal framework, and the Algorand Foundation is set to contribute in a meaningful way. Thank you for watching today's video. Let us know what you think in the comments below.